Oh, happy Monday, beautiful people. I'm Babz Rawls-Ivy. That's Harry Droz, and this is LoveBabz, LoveTalk. It's brisk in the elm. I need a shawl. I have to get one. I'm a little chilly. I had on one that didn't match my whole outfit, so I took it off. Now I'm like, I should have just kept it on. It's cold. Anyway, happy Monday, beautiful people. At 10:15, I've got Gracie from Southern Connecticut State University. Y'all know her from Elm Shakespeare Theater. But she's a professor over at Southern, teaching acting and artistic expression and all that stuff. So she's coming on with some students, I believe, because they've got a production at the end of the week that they are doing called Out of Bounds.
Wow,
And
he just got into the room.
oh, maybe she's coming on at 9:15. Hey, what time did I tell her? Oh, wait, how many guests do I have today? No, I told her 10:15. Well, maybe she's logging in because go look and see what I said. Yeah, no, I told her 10:15. I'm gonna send her a little message.
So I ordered you that studio package for your house, right?
Yeah.
And this is the reason why it's probably late. I
'Cause
ordered it, and then
you didn't order a raft to go get it?
well, yeah, they wanted me to get in a raft, but I wouldn't go get it. But no, after I ordered it, I realized it was coming to my house, not your house. So, so I canceled it.
I was like, I'm not delivering this.
So I canceled it and sent it to your house, but they delivered the one to my house anyway.
Oh, really?
So I have one in my living room right now, and now I go back and Paul's gonna have a double charge for this thing. Gonna see that there's another one. So I mean, I'm gonna have to return that one. I'm gonna have to go. Kohl's now takes returns for Amazon.
Oh, do they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's an easy do.
Yeah. So
Kinda.
Karen always is at Kohl's, so I'll just send Karen with it.
Is there a Kohl's in Waterbury?
Yeah. I mean, but they delivered mine. Well, mine on time. The one to my house on time. But the thing is that I canceled and fixed it an hour later, so it makes no sense why yours is lost.
Well, they said it's going to come today, right?
I'm gonna hold on to the one I got just to make sure that you get.
Well, will you do me a favor? Will you hand me my wrap over here off this? You don't have to come on camera. Just hand it to me. Yeah, because I'm cold. Yeah, I'll just throw it on because yeah, cold. I had it on and I took it off. My sister sent me this as a present, and I love it. Brought it for me to sit on the porch, but it has not made its way to the porch. It's been
absolutely, Ife. I'm gonna send you the link to that studio set.
You talking to Ife on Facebook?
No, she has my phone number.
Oh, okay.
There's certain people I won't ignore. So the people I just let it go.
Oh my God, you are funny. So let me tell you what I did for the weekend, because weekend update. I got to go back and look at my calendar of events because I don't really remember. Let's see. What did we do? Friday, Harry went to see Zakiya Harris, the other Black girl author. And that was such a good talk at Lyman. I didn't expect her to be that honest and, real about her experiences and the book. And so I really enjoyed it. It was a really good talk. So we went to that. And then Saturday, we went to State Street Cafe for breakfast. Ooh, Harry was so good. It was so good. You know, Harry, my the vaccine has altered my dairy allergy somehow. So I've been introducing little bits of dairy into my diet. So my team seems to think that the vaccines have altered something in me, and is fighting. When I get some dairy, they're fighting it like it's the COVID or something. And here's the thing, Harry, when I have a dairy episode, when I get dairy in me, the symptoms are like COVID. They're very much like COVID, all the way to the my cardio, the heart issue. Because I had a heart issue 2 years ago. I was on medication for a year trying to fix this thing. It's fixed, but that's what the dairy allergy does to me, right? It just it just tears my body down. So the symptoms look very much like COVID. So I guess in my body's mind and the vaccine mind, when I have dairy, I actually have COVID. And so the vaccine knows how to fight back. I don't know what it is, Harry. So I'm in the study. So they've been looking at it and they were like, just gently introduce things into your system. So I've been doing that, and with great success. They were like, don't do nothing stupid though. Like, don't go have macaroni and cheese. Don't go have a cheese pizza. Like, don't do big things. I was like, okay, I'll refrain.
Well,
First one.
Encouraged by your, your lack of allergy right now. I shouldn't say lack of, but dissipating allergy. I don't know.
I don't know. They just said it. They don't know how long it's gonna last, so
yeah,
just be careful. But
well, I'm allergic to almonds, right? So, and Karen buys Jordan almonds. Those candy things, and I always sneak one or two, and my mouth swells and my ears start itching, and but I always sacrifice, one or two. I go through all of that just because I like them too. So, but I've been staying away from them for a while. This weekend, she was eating, and I said, "You know what? Give me one." Babz is having some success.
Okay, don't be crazy.
So I ate one, and nothing.
Really?
And I was like, give me another one. Let's go for two.
Oh.
So I ate another one. I didn't get the swelling. I got a little bit of an itch around my lip, but that's it. I didn't get the normal swelling and the ear itching and all of that stuff. But I stopped that too. But
yeah. So I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not crazy, but there's something to this, Harry.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm in one of these shows. Like, this should be an NBC show.
Yeah.
I'm like a mutant. But really, I have pancakes. I mean, I've eaten places that I've never eaten before and had things that I never normally get. Like, I never get pancakes beyond Barbara's, right? Because they're the only ones that don't use real butter. So they don't use, and I tell them, and they just use oil. And the batter is not a milk-based batter. So I was at Tegan's last night for her birthday celebration. And, she had all these desserts things out. And I had one that she said had butter in it. And I said, well, I explained to her the whole story. And I tried one, Harry. And I felt a little something, but then it went away. So I was like, I'm not going to try anymore. I'm going to stick to the non-dairy things. But, and I still feel fine. Like, I didn't wake up this morning with, having a stroke or anything. Like, so however long this lasts, Harry, I don't know. They don't know. They're like, your immune system could be changing. Something is happening. So I go and get my blood drawn, I don't know, like once a week. And they're like, clearly something is happening. I was like, whoa. So this is what do they call it? An unintended consequence of the vaccine. It is curing my dairy allergy.
Oh, it's like Viagra, right? Viagra wasn't created for
I know.
what it's used for now. That's the unintended benefit.
Yes, yes, not consequence. Unintended uh yes, yes. So I'm really it's freaking me out, Harry, because that changes the game on a lot of things. I know I'll never be able to go fully back. I don't think that's gonna ever be the case, but at least minor things are not, or what I consider minor things. It does what I know is this won't turn into a full-blown episode, which is happiness for me, because to be that careful for so long, it's just debilitating. All right. So yeah, so it's an unintended benefit. And now that I got the booster, I'm super charged.
I haven't gotten my booster. I gotta go.
Oh, go get your booster, Harry. Come on now. On the booster train. Get on the booster train. So anyway, so we went to State Street Cafe Saturday, which was really, really nice. And then yesterday, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I went to the Pride block party downtown. Patrick Dunn's runs the Pride New Haven Pride Center. So they had a block party with a DJ and drag shows. Oh, it was fun, Harry, and the weather was good. So Ife and I went down there. We took a bunch of pictures, hung out with the drag queens and the population, and it was nice. It was a nice day, very nice day, good time. So that was the weekend. So I've been out every night last week. I've been running the streets every night, and this week doesn't look any different. I want to say, I thought I had a board meeting today. I could be wrong, but check. Board meetings up the boo-boo. I got Longworth Theater tomorrow. I got the Arts Council board meeting is Wednesday. Okay, so I don't have a board meeting today. And then I gotta go. There's something Thursday I wanted to check. Oh yeah, we hung out at Bloom. Thank you, Ife. Bloom is our favorite hangout place. And Tegan's daughter, Tommy, is working there 2 days a week. So anyway, we went to Bloom, had some tea, had some almond cookies. I'm not ready. It was a holiday open house at Bloom. I'm not ready to do my holiday shopping yet, Harry. So it's still early, but I gotta find my Christmas cards. I gotta start getting on those. But went to Bloom. It looks very festive in there. She's got candy canes at the door. So just ready. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Oh, and I watched a great many Hallmark Lifetime, Hallmark mystery Christmas movies. I'm averaging about 2 a day, Harry.
I saw a segment of, it was on a business channel. People were saying whether we should make it illegal
Boy.
for anything Christmas to come out before Thanksgiving. Like, should we have Christmas music in stores?
I heard it for the first time. I was in Walmart picking up my prescription, and I heard Christmas. I was like, but it seemed a little late.
Well, right. So, but people are like annoyed by it. They don't want to start getting in the Christmas spirit before Thanksgiving.
They want to be bah humbug a little longer.
I guess. But there was some segment where some crazy people were talking about.
I don't understand why people get so worked up about the earliness of Christmas. Like, listen, if you think it's early, that doesn't mean you have to buy anything. Just walk past it and say nothing. Like, I don't understand these people get out there. Oh, these are retail stores. This is what they do. There are people, Harry, who like to do their shopping early, who get in the Christmas spirit early. Like, why do you care so much about what a retail store that you don't own, that you don't have to go into at all, is
There,
doing.
and there's a bar. Oh, this is why. Because there's a bar in, I think it's in Texas, that the owner banned anybody from playing Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas"
That's my favorite.
until
Christmas.
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
Oh,
after Thanksgiving. So he's not allowing anybody, or he allows it once a night. He won't allow the song to continue to play on his jukebox.
you know what? I'd be such an asshole because because all I want for Christmas.
So, but
Is
people are really
you.
annoyed by this. It's
Oh,
like
I would
really
be in there singing,
crazy.
Harry. He would throw me out.
I know. How you gonna tell a patron what they're gonna listen to?
I don't understand. Harry, these people who are anti-Christmas get on my nerves. I love it. I don't care. Listen, they can leave Christmas stuff up all year. Listen, Harry, there's a whole store called Christmas Tree Shops.
Oh, I know. And
And
then
they
of course,
carry all kinds of stuff. They
and of
carry
course,
all the
you're
season.
you're watching Hallmark Christmas all year.
Oh, I've been watching them all year, Harry. They had the nerve to break for spring. Like, okay, we're gonna have a spring romance thing. I was like, all right. And then next thing you know, oh, right before Halloween, we're right back at Christmas. Because there's so many movies, Harry. You know what, Harry? Not for nothing. Those movies make you happy. They really do make you happy.
I think that's the problem, Babz. People don't want to be happy.
Harry, Hallmark Christmas movies is my Matrix. I know it's not real, Harry. I know real life doesn't work like that, but I love it. You know what, Harry? I love a good love story. I love a happiness story. There's so many things that are so unhappy in the world, Harry. You need a movie that I know at the end everybody's gonna win. At the end, somebody winning. They all happily ever after. Why can't we just have that? Why do people get mad about that? I don't understand.
Because
I
their
just want to
lives,
say to
because their lives suck so bad. So it's like you can't. They're like, I can't even get into the make believe state of mind to enjoy them.
That's what I would say from now on when I hear people. I was like, your life must suck.
That's what it is. I remember I used to go through that. I used to be like, really? Do I have to? Why do people got? I used to hate people who used to walk around me smiling all the time.
Oh.
Because I used to be like, there's just no way that they're happy. It's a fake smile and everything. So, but you know, that's when you're a miserable person. And I can admit that I've been a miserable person plenty of times in my life.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That is too funny. That is too funny.
And like I was actually, Karen and I were watching something where the friend of somebody who was pregnant found out her friend was pregnant, and she was so happy, really happy for her friend. So I turned to Karen and I go, well, really, how does that work? That you're happy, you're overjoyed for your friend? Because I've seen Karen be happy, really happy for her friends. And I'm like, I just don't, I can't make the connection. It's not happening to me, so I'm not that happy. I'm happy for you, but I'm not gonna pop a bottle and celebrate for you. You know, and it's something that some people just can't relate to. The happiness of others.
I think you're right, Harry.
It's a complicated thing.
It is a complicated thing. And if you call people out on it, they'll swear, no. Like, listen to what you're saying. You upset over something that has no real bearing in your life. Like, it's a song, it's a Santa Claus, it's ornaments. Like, you don't got to participate in none of that. You just treat it like you treat anything. Walk on by. Treat it like you treat homeless people. Just walk on by like you don't see it. I don't understand people get all upset. Oh, they're just getting too early. Like, what does that even mean? So what? Just because they put it out there don't mean you got to participate in it. Seriously.
And
That's-
Veterans Day was last week, right?
yes.
And I saw the statistic that it's an estimated over 40,000 veterans are homeless on the street in
Yeah.
America.
Yep.
Over
That's shameful.
40,000. Yes.
Shameful. Shameful. I don't even know how
Insane.
America can reconcile that with itself. How do you even reconcile that? But you got
Yeah.
these little clowns running to the moon, want to colonize the moon, but we can't we can't get some basic housing for the men and women who serve this country valiantly. I'm like,
That-
yeah. I'm just gonna call it out. I don't, people make they can say all they want. Oh, it might be mental health, it might be this, that, and the other thing. I don't care. The fact that they're homeless says we are not taking care of the people who serve this country. That's just it for me. I don't care what
Yeah.
the explanation is. It doesn't matter.
And it makes it worse for me that it's a mental health issue because that means they got that issue while serving us somewhere
Yes.
and we're not taking care of them.
Yeah.
It's worse.
And so we should do, I don't care if they don't want to go to a shelter or whatever. We should pull out all the stops, make sure that veterans are cared for. I don't care what you have to do. You just need to do it. They should not be on the streets. They should not. They should not. And I know the issue is way more complicated than what I'm making it out to be, because people will be like, oh, Babz, it's a complicated situation. Listen, I understand complexity. Oh, I hold a bunch of degrees. I get it. But at the same time, it really isn't that complex. If somebody is homeless, guess what? They need a home. Simple. Home less. How about home more? How about that? Let's get to a home more situation instead of a homeless situation. Harry, don't get me started. I'm feeling very Christmassy. I'm feeling very, very Christmassy. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Yes, we're gonna play some Christmas music up in this piece. I'll get my Christmas CDs out. Get my Santa Claus Goes Straight to the Ghetto. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Get all the black songs. Get all the black Christmas songs. James Brown, Santa Goes Straight to the Ghetto. Okay, with that. With that. What happened to Deion Sanders? Deion Sanders, a football player and coach.
Yeah.
Why is he in a wheelchair? A wheelchair?
In a wheelchair.
A motorized one at that. I don't even know. Got to find that out.
I know he was coaching football.
He still is, but in a wheelchair. So I don't know what happened. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, that's strange because I know he's coaching for a historically black college, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I know he had made that big change. He moved from the television booth.
Yeah, to go at Jackson State. So he just got out of the hospital a week ago for complications stemming from. Okay, he had toe surgery.
So he has diabetes or something?
I don't think he has diabetes, but he probably had toe surgery and he probably got an infection or something went wrong. Yeah, he had a foot and toe surgery kind of situation. Okay.
All right, Babz, I gotta leave you a little bit. I got some stuff, and hopefully I'll be back.
Okay. I hope Sanders stays at Jackson State because he has really brought high profile to historically black colleges, specifically to the SWAC conference. So I'm hoping that he stays because he's got all those football friends. They've been tricking out. They got them. I mean, he's been going through the HBCU rosters and been buying for other schools too, jerseys. Kids can have their names on their jerseys, you know. So I hope he doesn't leave. No, hope he stays because he can do some good for that for that for that school. So and they want to TCU wants him. Like I'm not leaving. So I think he does need to stay at the HBCU because he really has brought a lot of presence, a lot of shine to these schools, and he's got these you got the NFL putting these schools on their roster of go see when they're recruiting, which is the craziest thing because how they got all those black players to begin with was they was pilfering HBCU athletic departments, right? The NFL in its early days when they started to let black folks play, they were taking students from HBCUs and then these white schools, these big private white institutions and white state schools, saw the value in these black athletes and started offering scholarships and recruiting them away from historically black colleges. So the NFL act like they never heard of an HBCU. Like, are you kidding me? Now, see, this is why critical race theory is critical, because people are stupid and they just think how it is how it was. I'm like, no, Poppy, no. So, how I feel. That's how I feel. So, yeah, you know what? Those kids that play at these HBCUs at these football schools, because we've always known we go to homecoming games, is better than anybody on the planet. But the NFL, pilfered these schools, these athletes, and then got these white institutions, to put these kids in their schools on scholarship, because they could care less about the academic piece of it. Because I can tell you right now, I bet you if you look at the numbers of the graduation rates of these black kids at these white schools, athletes, I don't think they're going to be high. And then they get drafted right into the NFL, but them numbers ain't going to be high. I can guarantee you that. I know that because they're not interested in educating us, but what they are interested in is our athletic prowess. And listen, I'm not mad at homeboy for saying for Colin Kaepernick for saying the NFL is like a slave mentality. It's like an auction block. It is. It's modern day. And if you don't understand that or see that, you don't like it. That's why you disagree with it, because the truth oftentimes hurts. And if you cannot see that, I mean, the language that they use, the way the drafting, the draft day, that if that ain't modern day auctioning, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. So while people can say, "Oh, he shouldn't have said that," I don't believe that. Why don't you believe it? Why don't you believe it? Do you know anything about how slaves was auctioned across this country? Do you know what that process was like? Did you read anything about what that process was like? And the way money was allocated towards slaves based on their ability and their health and all these other kinds of things. You can't make that leap. Oh, y'all need to stop playing with me today. So when he said that, I understood it because I was like, I always felt that way. I don't feel that way. You know what? The only thing is different now is that these slaves don't get their own money. That's the only difference. These slaves today get their own money. They get their own money. They get the millions of dollars pocketed in their account, not their owners. But the owners get money too. And guess what? If they're willing to give you 50 million, how much do you think they're going to give the owners? What do you think the owners are making? See, that's the part that everybody gets numb and numbed out when they start looking at the realness of things. You know, when you start asking the hard questions, when you start looking at things from a historical background, when you start looking through a historical lens, it's not a hard leap. It's like, it's just a continuation of what has always been done. It's just a continuation. You can say all you want. Just because you're in a suit and you got a bunch of attorneys behind you, still modern day slave auctioning. Modern day slave auctioning. Listen, y'all need to stop playing and see it for what it is. You know, you can like the game, but know that its roots are its roots. And, you know, and I think it gives people pause because, you know, how dare he say it? But it's been widely known. Like, you can't not know that. I don't care, because you got these young men sitting in suits and ties and their parents are proud and everybody's proud. They dressed up slaves too when they felt like it. Cleaned them up. I was like, oh, we got to clean you up because we're going to put you on the auction block. You and your whole family. We'll clean you up. Maybe put you in some decent rags. What's the difference? The only difference is you get your millions. These slaves didn't get the millions. They didn't get it. I was listening to this piece on George Washington, you know, the founding father of this country. You know, he was a slaveholder, and he wasn't even a nice slaveholder. He was cheap and miserable, and he treated his slaves terribly, and he wouldn't clothe them, and he wouldn't feed them halfway right. But, you know, but you don't want to hear that. And the teeth in his head were from slaves. I'm just saying. So, you know, this country's got a lot to atone for. And as long as we allow the revisionist, and this is not even revisionist, as long as we just allow the outright lie of what history was, what the truth was, then you're going to keep developing people who know nothing about the past, who know nothing about the future, who know nothing about now. They're just in this existing pool. Then guess what happens? You know, then they get to just continue on carrying on with the belief that this is how it's always been, with no understanding of the past, no understanding of what was. That's the fear. That's the real fear for me. So I just feel some kind of way, great deal, about, I think Colin Kaepernick was dead on when he said that. And I'll argue anybody the point. I mean, if I feel like it, you know, if I got time, I'll argue the point. If I have time. Now, if you're just stupid, I'm not going to argue the point, because I don't spend my time arguing with stupid people. I just don't. You know, people who just don't, who don't want to hear anything and just go by their own feelings. Well, this is how I feel. Who cares about how you feel? Go pick up a book. Go look it up. Take it. You know what? Go to the Beinecke. Go to the Schomburg. There's a whole bunch of places that can tell you the history of this country in plain sight. It's not secrets. It's in plain sight. You go look it up. You got to spend a little time. Spend a little time. And I think that would bode well for the country if everybody spent some time understanding the people who were founders and the things that they did and the time frame in which they were doing it. I think that would make for a less, I think it would benefit everyone and take the romanticism out of slavery and the Middle Passage. Now, because listen, you got textbooks that'll say, and you know, I have friends who be posting this stuff up all the time. You know, these textbooks that say slaves were guest workers. They don't call them slaves; they call them something else. Or you know, they'll make they'll allude to the fact that slave wasn't that bad. Maybe there were some bad masters who didn't treat their slaves well. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, Like you really want to do that? You really want, and the other part of that for me is that, we were always taught to believe that people, enslaved people, just accepted their lot, that they just accepted it. But people were rebelling and fighting back at every turn. At every turn, there's story upon story upon story of people fighting for their freedom in all ways that they could. That it wasn't this, oh, we gonna stay here at Master House. We not gonna run nowhere. No, people were fighting back. They was poisoning people, grinding glass. I mean, they was I bet you if they exhumed some of these massive bodies, some of these people did not die of natural causes. No. So people were trying to, I mean, they would do their best to, stop shipments and all these kinds of things. So those are the stories that we need. We need those stories, because what has happened is they put a narrative out there. They put a narrative out there for hundreds of years about the way that we are in this country, and it has stuck. And now we are like, oh no, it's a new day, and there's some new learning to be had here. And we are going to, this is what I say. Damn these school systems that don't want to teach whatever. You know what? Let's get back to freedom schools or after school programs or whatever it is we got to do to make sure that our kids get the history. And you know what? These little white kids don't want history. Let their little dumb butts stay in those schools that don't want to teach nothing. That is fine. Because you know what? At the end of the day, they're not going to be the majority. Not going to be the majority. And I don't say this with any malice. I don't say this as any get back, because and I know Black people are peaceful, forgiving people. And if white folks fear that if we ever rise up and get into power, that we will do to them what they have done to us, trust me, that we don't roll like that. We ain't never rolled like that. No, all we ever wanted was our 40 acres and a mule and be out our business. Don't burn down our cities because you don't like our swag. Don't burn down our communities because we don't want to, we keeping our money in our communities and we don't want to come to your community. Like, don't put barriers up so that we have no choice. If you give us a choice, baby, and we'll stay where we want to stay, and we'll be in our own communities, and we'll never deal with white folks. But that didn't happen like that. So yeah. So now there's this movement to get free. And free means a whole lot of different things to a lot of different people. And I love these conversations we're having about get free. I love it. I love it. I mean, I heard a conversation last night. I'm not going to out the people who are having this conversation, but the renaming of themselves and their new baby. Like they creating their own names. I just love it. I just get free. It just, I'm telling you, that just stayed with me. And and we as Black people in this country already do that. We already try to give our kids names that reflect a different narrative, and people used to laugh and joke, oh, these ghetto names. No, it's not ghetto names. These are names that parents are trying to sort of craft an identity for their own safety, for their own self, for the sake of their own self, and a connection to something that they don't really know what they're trying to connect to, but there's a longing in these bones, right, for a connection. And maybe the connection is to Africa. I would bet my life that it is a connection to the continent. When I mean the continent, I mean, where all life began. So we have that in us to want to have a sense of freedom about who we are and where we come from. That's why we give our kids the names that we give them, because it's not getting closer to whiteness that we want. It has never been about getting closer to whiteness. It has always been about our own sense of pride and uniqueness in the face of racism and hatred, that we can claim our names, that we can call names that nobody else has. And some of that is connected, a lot of that is connected to the continent and to the Caribbean, to the diaspora overall. That's why we do it. And I never understood that until my children arrived. And I started figuring out what I wanted to name them, because naming a child is important. And had I known I could have had a naming ceremony with Aunt Rue, had I known Aunt Rue in those days, I would have. I would have. But we gave them the names that we gave them because it was purposeful. Purposeful. You know, but I love this whole notion of get free. And whatever that means to you, get free. Or as Ife likes to say, liberation. Liberation. And I love it. That get free just stayed in my spirit. And I love it. 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 So however way we get free, and if it's through name, education, geography, money, wealth, or just being in community, however way we get free, then I say take all the roads. Take all the roads to freedom, baby. Take all the roads to freedom. Take all the roads, and don't let nobody stop you. Take all the roads, because they're gonna be roadblocks. Believe me, there'll be roadblocks. So just take all the roads. Take all the roads. I love it. These young people out here are trying to create a world where they feel safe and respected. I'm just loving it. Loving it. I'm loving it. Loving it. So I'm excited to talk to these young actors from Southern. Yes. About this play this production that they're doing in the next couple of days at the end of the week. I've been spending a little time reading the materials of whatever they're going to do. And it sounds like it's going to be an amazing production. And I know if Gracie has her hands in it, then I know it's going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am. This is a good time for artists, I think. I think this pandemic has really given us a real look at how important the arts is to us, not has been to us, are to us. Because when we were all locked down, guess who kept us sane? Artists and art productions and all manner of artists, whether you played an instrument or sang a song or spoken word, or you offered some kind of classes and people could join in. I mean, we saw firsthand that artists held us down. I mean, DJs held us down. DJs. So,
all right,
hey, Harry.
Let me jump in real quick to do our PSA.
Do the PSA.
ID. Let's start here.
Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, live at newhavenindependent.org.
This is New Haven House Rick Saban. You want your life vaccinated? You did. You know that you can go and get the answers to the facts. You decide. New Haven. Free, and it's your choice. Get them. Or supply near you. Visit COVID-19. Again, COVID-19. newhaven.ct.gov. Stay safe. Hi, this is New Haven House Director Marik Saband. Do you want your life back? Get vaccinated. I did. Got questions about the vaccines? Did you know that there's a place you can go and get the answers and the facts about the vax? Check it out, then you decide. New Haven, get the facts. It's free and it's your choice. To get the facts, or to find a vaccination center near you, visit covid19.newhavenct.gov. Again, covid19.newhaven.ct.gov. Stay safe.
Hi, I'm Emil. Want your life back?
Get vaccinated. We did.
Got questions about the vaccine? Talk to your fam. And fill your drinks.
To get back to life, get the vax. It's free and it's your choice. To get the Vaxxer 2, find a vaccine center near you. Visit bit.ly/NHV COVIDFax. That's bit.ly/NHV COVIDFax.
One more.
Hola, soy Emil. ¿Quieres recuperar tu vida?
Vacúnate. Nosotros lo hicimos.
¿Tienes preguntas sobre la vacuna? Habla con tu familia. Oye, usa tu máscara. Yo lo hago.
Para recuperar tu vida, vacúnate. Es gratis y es tu elección. Para obtener información sobre la vacuna o para encontrar un centro de vacunas cerca de ti, ve a bit.ly/NHV COVIDFax.
So that was in translation. You want your life back? Go get that.
Yes. Listen, can I just tell you something? Maritza Bond sounds like a Latina Minnie Mouse. Is she from New York? Because I hear a distinct New York accent. Like she sound like she's from around the way. I can hear it. I
Not
can hear
sure.
it.
I know she's from Bridgeport,
Oh, okay.
close enough to New York.
She is she cracks me up. Every time I hear Harry, I just think Minnie Mouse. Because her voice is so high pitched. I know if she's listening, she's like, I hate her. And she gonna see me in the street. She goes like, I am not Minnie Mouse. And you know, she's a small, petite woman too at that. So she just gives me that Minnie Mouse vibe, like her voice. I was like, girl, you crack me up. She's on her game though. Let me tell you something. You should
Yep.
be mayor. A whole bunch of people should be mayor.
You can't afford, if you're a business, to take her lightly.
Nope. Not
Yeah.
if you want to play at this level. So
Get back.
get vaxxed. Come on, y'all. Y'all know what y'all need to do. But you know what? I'm done telling people that, Harry. I'm gonna let the PSAs do it. I'm just gonna sit over here and mind my business because I can't mess with people. You see what's happening out west, Harry. You see the rates have climbed so high of it's all unvaccinated people in the hospitals.
Where?
Out west, Utah, Colorado, Utah. Go ahead on. I'm gonna let them I'm gonna let them do their thing. Let people listen. You can die at your own hand. Ain't what I'm gonna do? I could do.
The thing is that we're still dealing with the Delta, right? So you know there's gonna be another variant that's gonna be a headache, especially with winter. So I'm just hoping that, because we're still using the original vaccine, hoping that they're working on the variant.
Yeah. No. Harry, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, we're gonna have these little students come on, talk about this production. So excited. I love that we have so much good art in our community that we can. So Gracie and Sarah Bowles, Gracie Kierstead and Sarah Bowles directed this, Out of Bounds. It's an original play devised from the thoughts and ideas of students. Out of Bounds challenges the spoken and unspoken expectations of society by asking, where are we allowed to go? And where are we forbidden? Who are we allowed to be? What is beyond what is acceptable? What are rules that we can all agree to follow? And when must we step out of line, challenge structures we find just? anytime young people take up this mantle, it's going to be powerful. So they've got a bunch of shows from the 18th through the 20th, 8 o'clock, and then a 2 p.m. show on the 20th. So there's opportunities to see this. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the conversation.
So who's on both of them? Gracie and Sarah?
I think Gracie.
Just wondering what to title it. Should I just title it Out of Bounds?
SCSU. With SCSU Out of Bounds production. It's going to be at the Kendall Drama Lab, limited seating. Oh, you know what? You could call it SCSU Theater. Yeah. I forget we're on radio. I can't have dead silence.
Yeah.
We're sitting here like we're in a room, in the same room, trying to figure out stuff. I'm like, we're on radio. People can't hear us. People can't hear us thinking.
We
like,
we should play the Jeopardy song whenever
I
we
know.
do that.
Do, 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 do. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. How funny is that? Oh my God, Harry, I'm wore out. I tell you what, I'm not drinking any more wine till Thanksgiving. Ife and I drank 3 bottles last night, or 2 bottles. I think 3, 2.5. Oh, it was too much wine. I woke up this morning, I was like, whoa. Tomorrow I have a guest hanging out in my house with me, Harry. The guy from the Boston Globe is coming tomorrow. You know him. He was with us on election night.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Kennedy.
I have an appointment with him after you.
Where's he gonna come down to the station?
Yeah.
He's in town, right? I guess he gotta hit them all up. But yeah, so he's gonna come over tomorrow morning, hang out with me for a good while for my whole show. Then we're gonna talk a little bit. So,
Oh, he's gonna be on the show?
No, he's not gonna be on the show. He's gonna sit over there and watch me do my show.
Oh.
I got guests tomorrow though. At 10:15. Oh.
I hope it's not a.
He's gonna watch you, Harry. See what you do. He's gonna ask you some questions. Well, leave some stuff so that you can be doing some stuff.
You know, I've always been the worker. When I was a porter in the village in New York, or whether I was doing housekeeping in Beth Israel, or whether I was packing meat at a meat packing plant, I was the worker who was trying to get his work done as soon as possible. And I was always the guy who they tapped on the shoulder. You're working too fast. You're going to make it all look bad. Slow down. You have to make this last for 8 hours. Slow down. I was always told that.
Yeah, because you mess around with people's paychecks, Harry. They get paid by the hour. What you doing? You can't be finished in 4 hours. There ain't no money. You can't bring no money home like that.
Yep. And when I worked, and that's how for the chamber, I was hired as a bookkeeper. I ended up from bookkeeper to accounts and accounts payable and accounts receivable manager. Then from there, I went to the system administrator. You know why? Because I was done by 12 noon. My job, whatever I did. So I went and I did other people's jobs and everything. So it was like, I ended up supervising everything. That's the way I am. So there's no way I can leave something for him to watch me, because that's not how I work. By the time he gets there, I will be done.
Did you not hear what I just said? Did you not hear me? You just not listening to me at all today. Just not listening. So do we need to start we need to start a new thread, Harry, for the
I
show.
need to start another one because they're in the hostage room, both of them.
Okay. So we're gonna start another show. Let them know that so that they don't be freaked out. But they know. I mean, Tracy knows because been out here enough times to know how to get down. So everybody who's watching and listening, we'll be right back. Harry gonna start a new live feed, so you don't get all this foolishness.
If you're if you're listening on the radio, we ain't going nowhere. Playing some music. We'll be right back. If you're on Facebook Live, look for the other stream link.
Yes.
Right, so we'll be right back. You're listening to LoveBabz Love Talk on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Yeah.